Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. Now before I get into it, let me first give a shout out to my latest Patreons, Moldy Eliza and Marion Shadow. Thank you so much guys for your support. Now we got brand new Grand Arena season here starting. Now this time CG didn't really create a post form for it really, they just kind of gave us an in-game notification, hey we are rerunning the Sith theme here so you can get some titles and banners, portraits if you missed them last time around. So I did my best here to scour the forums and the internet to try and find out what those feats were last time and what potential rewards will be. And as always then I loaded them onto my SWGOH for Life tool. Now if you haven't seen my tool yet, go and check it out. There's lots of cool stuff on it on there, SWGOH related. So here I'll just go in this video through the feats and talk about some of the suggested teams that can help you achieve those feats. Now we got 5v5 here in season 15. As mentioned before, we got Sith team, and it already started actually a couple of days ago. And obviously here I listed as well all those kind of generic feats such as underdog, squad grant, going strong. So all these kind of feats here, generic, that are present in every Grand Arena. And based on the historic data that I gathered, I am actually predicting the rewards here as well as the duration and also what day they will start. So just you can keep an eye on it as the season progresses. And here we are on our first themed feat here, the double-bladed feat, where you have to defeat 12 enemy units using characters that use a double-bladed lightsaber. Made a composition here of this team. Now the issue with all these double-bladed characters here is that they are not really the ones that usually do all the killing in their teams. They are usually there for support or for the leadership ability. So maybe if your opponent puts a slightly weaker team on there and you've got a good strong Sith team, you could put in maybe here Zeta Maul lead, and obviously all these guys are Sith. They will be hiding in stealth in the beginning, whereas Jedi Guardian will be exposed so she can act as your tank. Now I'm not sure if this team can actually defeat somebody, but I think this feat, at least on my end of GP spectrum, I think is going to be quite challenging to achieve. Another possible solution maybe could be if you go in with Darth Revan and you get a lot of multiple enemies in low health, and then maybe Basti can just finish them off with the Wild Lightning. You could maybe potentially kill a few enemies in one go. So that's kind of the best chance that you have for this feat really. Now luckily it lasts for 14 days, which means you will have to it means that you will have then 6 rounds of attacks for this to do. So in each round you have to average like 2 kills. So just something bear in mind, if you're going after this feat, just keep an eye on it and try at least in every round do at least 2 kills with any of these characters. Up next we got Brothers in Arms, where you have to win a Grand Arena battle using Maul and Savage. Now obviously this is much easier because in every team you have a strong trio, whichever that is, and then you can just add Maul and Savage on there. Obviously you could go down the Palpatine Vader route here. This team, Vader is a team on his own. Under Palpatine's lead, he's taking so many turns that this team can definitely do some damage. You could go down the Troya route as well and just add these 2 guys, or if you got Sith Eternal available for offense, you could even put him in Sith Eternal squad. So I think this feat shouldn't be too challenging, to be honest. You don't even need to put them with Sith. They can just be with anybody. You just need to win the battle, but just good to use some teams with a good synergy here. Alright, so again these are some generic feats here that I'll just quickly scroll through. Again, all these starting dates and rewards, this is all projections based on my historic data. Again, predicting that on 1st of March this will start, so the Execute Order 66, where you have to defeat 12 units with again 5 odd characters that might not actually do a lot of killing themselves, but you do get a portrait of Cody there, so if you're after that you do want to pay attention. So these are basically the guys here that need to defeat enemies for this to work. So it's similar like the double-bladed feat. Again, these guys in the teams usually they're used in, they don't really defeat enemies, they're more there for support. So again, I think this one will be another challenging one, and similar like the double-bladed, you know, if you have strong guys, these all relic, and you're going up against a slightly weaker team. Darth Sidious lead is kind of a catch-all lead, so he will boost critical damage and critical chance for the clones as well. That's why I put Sidious there in the lead if you want to go with a full 5 team like this. Or obviously, you know, you could try with some sort of Sith team and then make sure that Sidious and Palpatine do the finishing blows. And same things goes with clones. You could maybe use with Shakti, and then they can just you know, take some guys out. But with clones, usually Rex, you know, when it comes to high rally characters, usually you would use his aerial advantage to take out, you know, most characters in a clone squad. So anyway, something to keep in mind there. Again, we got more here generic feats, so I'm just gonna go scroll through these. And now here comes the feats at the bottom where the start date is unknown, so you will see everywhere big question marks next to them. And again, the prediction of duration and the rewards is kind of based on the similar feats we have had before. So again, these will be corrected once these feats get live, and they will be putting in the correct chronological order on my feats list. So the Sith fleet feat, you have to win a fleet arena battle with 3 or more Sith ships. Now, if you do have a strong Empire fleet, you could kind of combine Empire and Sith together here under Tarkin lead. Now, if these guys are all relic, you know, they can take out Negotiators, they can take out Malevolence, especially if you got a high gear Gauntlet that can cleanse, you know, versus Malevolence and the Negotiator. That's very useful. But obviously you've got here the core team TIE Advance, so Vader, his Sith and Empire. And then you got the B-28 bomber, his Sith, and then Emperor Shuttle as well, is both Sith and Empire. And obviously we got Scimitar as well, that's a Sith ship as well. If you don't have a strong this kind of Empire Sith fleet, probably you'll have to ask for the help of your shard mates to, you know, maybe put some weaker fleet on defense so you can get this feat done. Then up next we got a Puppet Master feat, and here we get a portrait of Sidious as a reward. And to get this feat, you have to win a Grand Arena battle using both versions of Palpatine in the same team. Again, multiple choices here. You could go maybe down the Vader lead route with kind of Empire Sith theme, Traya lead, or again, you know, go with the Sith Eternal lead. So, you know, this, you know, should be, I think, an easy feat to achieve. Then the Force Lightning feat. Now, this one will be an interesting one because last time when this was running, we only had 3 units that could apply shock. Now we've got more, so I'm interested to see will they actually run this feat again, and if they do, will they allow us also to use other characters, not just Palpatine, Dooku, and Sith Assassin that were initially there present. We'll see what happens, but that's the description of the feat we had the previous time. We obviously got now other characters that can apply shock, such as Malak, Darth Revan, Fallen Bastila. So, you know, these guys can apply shock as well. So if those will count now, if they rerun this feat, this will be even easier. But if they don't, and you do need to use those original 3 characters, you know, again, you could run easily here Palpatine, Vader lead, and the other guys are there just for the feat, really. And again, you could also do maybe Sith Eternal squad as well. So, you know, we got lots of options here again for this feat, so it shouldn't be a problem. Welcome to the Darth side. Now for this one, you have to make up a team of entirely Sith Lords. So this is anyone with Darth in their name and Count Dooku and Emperor Palpatine. Will be interesting if this time also maybe Sith Eternal will as well qualify for this. We'll see when the feed goes live. I'll make sure to update this if they change it. So obviously again, you could go down the Palpatine route or Traya. So, you know, it's really down to your own choice, like, you know, what you prefer. All right, so these are kind of all the feats here that I am aware of that they will come back. But again, Siege did not post an updated list of feats for the upcoming season, so this is based on the historic data and the initial season of Sith that we had way back. So anything is subject to change, but at least it's good to use for guidelines. So please do come back anytime to my tool if you're interested in feats as they go live, just that you can keep on track on. And, you know, whenever new week starts, new round starts, you can always see, okay, which teams do I have to maybe mod for a specific feat or something like that if you want to use them. But until then, guys, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.